Right now, Africa's most populous nation took to queue to practice a constitutional right, that of choosing their leader. And now they are at a point where Kenya was about 5 months ago, the counting of votes. Early results have started to stream in from Nigeria's tightest election since the end of military rule in 1999. And just like any other African country, reports indicate that elections in Nigeria were nothing short of drama. The process was marred by long delays at polling stations, as well as scattered ballot boxes and snatching and attacks by armed men. Widespread delays and attacks on some polling stations led to voting being postponed until Sunday in parts of the country, which means final results will take some time. Now, voting continued through the night in some areas. Turnout appears to be high, especially among young people who make up about a third of the 87 million eligible voters. This makes it the biggest democratic exercise in the African continent. Peter Obi from the Labour Party, Bola Tinubu from the ruling All Progressive Congress, and Atiku Abubakar of the main opposition People's Democratic Party are all seen as potential winners. There are other 15 candidates in this particular election. Now, the beauty of democracy is that majority have their way, but at times even majority can be wrong in making decisions. But that's beside the point. As the Eagles of Africa wait for their chosen leader, what we can hope for is that the process is free and fair. And I know it is a dream considering the fact that there are reports of rigging already circulating. My name is Brian Amwai. Sign language interpreter tonight is Felista Adundo. These are the top stories tonight.
Let them respect the right of the people of Kenya.
Tonight, Azimio leader Raila Odinga blasts Ruto over alleged overseas travel ban. Also tonight, Ruto's camp slams Raila over his planned anti-government mass action. Government drugs worth millions of shillings recovered in a private home in Kinangop. And U.S. First Lady Jill Biden has called for an immediate rescue mission to starving children and women in drought-stricken counties. All right, now remember you can be part of the program by engaging us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag to use tonight is Lookupweekend. We are also live on Facebook. Be sure to send your feedback there, and we'll be able to sample some of it as we continue with the program tonight. Let's start the program. Now, a sting operation between the county government of Nyandarua and security agencies led to the recovery of drug consignment worth millions of shillings. Now, the consignment, which belongs to various public health facilities, was recovered at a private home in Engineer Town, Kinangop, sub-county. Now, the drugs had been stolen from the hospitals and sold at private pharmaceuticals. In an operation that brought together heads of security agencies and the county government, led by Governor Moses Kiarie Badilisha and County Commissioner Amos Mariba, the drug belonging to Karangatha and Engineer hospitals are said to be stolen from the hospitals and sold at private pharmaceuticals by a medic. Governor Badilisha has promised to scrutinize the issuance of licenses to medical officers who operate private chemists to weed out such medical officers and prevent them from engaging in theft of drugs.
It is not going to be proper to issue a pharmaceutical license to somebody who is working in one of our facilities and as a chemist, because we have realized there is a lot of temptation. So we are going to scrutinize our policy of licensing so that we only give to those people who are ready to serve the people of Nyandarua and not to serve themselves.
His sentiments were echoed by his deputy John Madara, who said ensuring that drugs are properly stored and accounted for will ensure that no drugs are stolen from health facilities.
It is shocking that most of the medicines that are here are special medicines that flow very fast in the facilities, many of them that touch on our old people. And then the public has been saying, oh, we don't have medicine in our facilities. But you can now see it is evident. The medicine that we brought in our facilities worth over 40 million. They are here. So therefore, just like the governor has said, we are going to put in systems whereby we automate all our health facilities such that we shall monitor the medicines as they come in and out.
On his part, the County Commissioner, Amos Mariba, urged members of the public to report any suspicious activity to the relevant authorities and be vigilant when it comes to the use of drugs.
Operesheni hii itaendelea na vile ambavyo gavana amesema, tutahakikisha kwamba wale wote ambao wanahusika tayari tumeishawapata, tuko na majina yao, nambari zao za simu tuko nazo, na tutawapata na watachukuliwa hatua za kisheria na vile vile hatua za kinidhamu.
Right now, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has said threats of international sanctions will not deter his anti-government protest. Odinga spoke while addressing a rally in Trans Nzoia County, where he affirmed that his 14-day ultimatum to have the government lower the cost of living still stands. On his 12th anti-government rally, Azimio leader Raila Odinga, accompanied by his troops, took their rally to Kitale, Trans Nzoia County. Odinga took the podium to tell off government that he will not be cowed to stop his Meet the People barazas across the country.
Nimesikia wanasema tio sasa baba analeta kuleta fujo, asikubalike kuzuru kwenda katika nchi zingine ng'ambo. Mimi sina haja.
Kwa maono yako ukifikiria mahali kuzuri ni Ulaya, sisi hapa Kenya ndio kuzuri kushinda mahali ingine. Wewe bebwa na hao wazungu wako muende Ulaya, sisi tubaki wapi? Sisi hatuna haja na nchi ingine.
Odinga affirmed that his 14-day ultimatum still stands, calling on the government to lower the cost of living. If not, then the country will take to the streets. The former Prime Minister maintained that Ruto's government is illegitimate and that his victory was snatched at the polls.
Let them respect the rights of the people of Kenya. We don't want anybody to interfere with our internal affairs. Tunatengeneza mambo haya kama Wakenya. Kama Wakenya. Kwa hivyo tunasema Raila sikuje, Raila hana haja ya kuja. Raila hana haja ya kuja.
Pikipiki inatumia nini? Sinatumia petroli. Kama kweli Ruto ni hasla mwenzenu, Kenya hii hakuna hasla anashinda bodaboda. Na bei ya mafuta petroli ndio iko juu zaidi. Ile mafuta unaweka kwa pikipiki yako ndio Ruto anaweka kwa Range Rover yake. Na yeye amekataa. Sisi tulikuwa natoa bilioni 18 na Uhuru Kenyatta. Ili uweke kwa mafuta, bei ya mafuta ifanye nini? Ishuke. Tulikuwa natoa bilioni 2 kwa kazi mitaani. Vijana wetu hata hapa Kitale kidogo kidogo mitaani mfanye kazi. Hiyo bilioni 2 ametoa. Mujiulize imeenda wapi? Tuko pamoja?
Daika. Kwa sababu wengine wamepatwa na tumbo baridi for nothing. Katiba ya Kenya 2010 ambayo wengine waliipinga na ndio ambayo wanategemea kwa mamlaka inasema kwamba Article 37 kila mwananchi wa Kenya ako na uhuru wa kufanya maandamano, demonstrations, picketing na hawe unarmed bila silaha, asiwe na silaha. Katiba inasema uko na uhuru.
The former Prime Minister maintained that Ruto's government is illegitimate and that his victory was snatched at the polls. Right, now President William Ruto has accused the Azimio coalition of planning to cause chaos and divide the country. Ruto, who spoke while attending a church service in Peketoni, Lamu County, called on Kenyans to remain united. And as Shadrack Kareria now reports, the head of state was accompanied by his deputy Rigathi Gachagua, among other leaders.
As it is normal schedule for every Sunday, President William Ruto attended a Thanksgiving ceremony at Mpeketoni in Lamu County. Ruto took advantage of the occasion and accused the opposition leadership led by Raila Odinga of planning to stage mass action in the country.
Mambo haya mengine ni mambo yamepitwa na wakati. We want to be united, we want to be focused kwa sababu dunia ingine ile yote haitungojei.
The head of state asked Kenyans to avoid any plans aimed at dividing Kenyans in tribal and political bases.
Watu wanapiga hatua ya kwenda mbele. Hatuwezi kuwa tunapanga mambo ya maandamano, wengine wakipanga mambo ya kupiga hatua ya kwenda mbele. Tushirikiane, tuweke amani, tuweke umoja, tuweke undugu, tushirikiane, tufanye kazi kwa pamoja.
The former President Uhuru Kenyatta was also not spared, as Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua accused him of siding with the opposition that has declared to stage demos in the country if the cost of living will not have gone down for the next 10 days.
Rais Uhuru Kenyatta amepewa kazi ya maana na huyu rais wetu ya kutafuta amani katika Kongo, katika Ethiopia. Amepewa ndege azunguke kama mzee wetu, mzee wa heshima. Amemtoa kwa hiyo kazi, amempeleka Kisumu, amempandisha juu ya lori, anasema ati haki yetu. Sasa wewe mzee ya maandamano, tafadhali umheshimu rais wetu Uhuru Kenyatta. Mungetaka Uhuru aheshimike ama afuate hiyo mzee?
The leader is committed to work for all Kenyans, irrespective of their political status.
Mimi nasema tu, let us pull together, let us work together, county government, national government and the leadership continue to work together.
Saa hizi kuna operation kubwa inaendelea kule North Rift kwa sababu wale wajeuri bandits ambao wametuzoea. Mimi nimewaambia safari hii hakuna mtu ataruhusiwa kutembewa na bunduki anachunga ng'ombe. Kila mtu atafute fimbo aende achunge ng'ombe. Mambo ya bunduki ni ya askari.
Shedra Kareria, Lookuptv.
All right, now U.S. First Lady Jill Biden has called for an immediate rescue mission to hungry children and women in drought-stricken counties. Now, the U.S. First Lady said the hunger situation in the country is wanting and promised that the United States will stand to be counted in working with the people of Kenya to save lives.
So you can see, I mean, the United States is providing 70% of the budget, you know, the money that's coming into this region. But we cannot be the only ones. We need to have other countries join us in this global effort to help these people of the region. And unfortunately, you know, there's the war in Ukraine, there's the earthquake in Turkey. I mean, there are a lot of competing interests, but obviously here people are actually livestock.
Right, of course, the United States First Lady has concluded her 5-day tour of the African continent. She started from Namibia and now she was in Kenya for a 3-day tour. We just saw that President William Ruto and the First Lady seeing her off at the airport. Now, away from that, China Square has announced that the shop will remain closed indefinitely to allow time to sort out a number of issues. In a notice on its official Facebook page on Sunday, the retailer said provision of sufficient security is among the issues to be addressed during the closure period. Ian Ketani now reports.
Just weeks after opening its doors at the Unicity Mall along Thika Road, the China Square remained closed today, days after local traders decried unfair competition from the shop. Their sentiments were followed by Trade Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria, urging Kenyatta University Vice Chancellor Professor Wainaina to buy out the lease and rent it to local traders. This was despite elation from local customers who indicated that the store offered wide variety of goods at a cheaper price. Kuria's sentiments led to the store's manager Lei Sheng to come out in defense of the store, indicating that they had followed all due procedures in setting up the business and therefore they were operating legally. Many Kenyans took to their social media platforms to voice their opinions, led by lawyer Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi, who took a swipe at CS Moses Kuria over his varied remarks on foreign traders. Others blamed the CS for unfair treatment of the business owners, insisting that they are free to do business in the country.
The management of the China Square has this evening released a statement indicating that it has closed down business, citing high number of customers and security reasons as the key concern.
All right, still on that tale of China Square. It is called China Square, the new shopping spot in Nairobi City. It is the new craze for Kenyans living in the capital who crave for affordable products under one roof. Gladys Macharia paints for us a picture of the massive shopping mall that has created traction in the county.
Imagine this, a mall that has all the three hotspots for affordable products in Nairobi, Eastleigh, Kamkunji and Dubois, while city residents have a new spot to go do shopping at affordable prices in one stop, China Square. China Square stands out as it is a multi-purpose shopping spot, and due to its affordable products, it comes in handy at times where Kenyans are grappling with the hard economic times.
We opened the mall. It has been okay. In the first days, it was running slowly by slowly, yeah? But in the last 2 weeks, up to this time, we have witnessed a lot of people entering in, and people are appreciating our services, the goods we have. So the people have been attracted by the things we are selling. And then so far it is somehow busy.
The owner of the shopping spot went viral on social media platforms, attracting many people's engagement on Twitter and many views and comments on TikTok on the 21st of February.
Actually, China Square is the newest mall in town. Or is it a supermarket? All in one. It is all in one. Actually, you get everything inside here. It is like which Kamukunzi, Gikomba, all in one. Everything is here. Yeah, so, and people are really hyping it on TikTok. So actually the first time I heard of it was on TikTok.
So I got to know about China Square from her. She's my friend and classmate. And the things here, they're of good quality and cheap. Yeah, I've liked the place.
I got to know this place on my way to school. I'm from KU. So basically the place is cheap. Everything is so fancy. It's affordable, obviously. Yeah, I'd recommend it to anyone.
The place is quite beautiful. I school in KU, so I heard about the place and I decided to pass by. It's beautiful. The things inside look so good. It's a fancy place and very, very affordable.
Former Kenyatta University Chancellor Olive Mogenda insisted that the opening of the new place was a dream reality that was there for the past 7 years. It was to meet the need to supplement the university's resources by adapting a pioneering approach to the utilization of assets.
Mimi nikajwa hapa tu Nairobi. So is best yangu ndiye alinipigia simu. Kaniambia kuna hii place, I don't know, is a combination of like, I don't know, Kamukunji or what, you know, that kind of a thing. Unicity, so we came here. Yeah, the place is quite impressive. Wakona, but the only thing I can say is that, see at the prices equal that like different from Kamukunji or other places. The unique thing is that there is so much under one roof.
The shoppers said that the new spot had stocked a good number of products and offered good services including hardware store, furniture, home decoration items, cleaning supplies, electronic appliances, party supplies and more, having good quality products at affordable prices. The China Square is said to be the key to help recover from the economic effects. However, a financial expert suggested that the place had started thriving because of the real estate investment near the area, including the setup of purpose-built students' accommodation. The development that contributed to the boom of China Square and Unicity is the Northland City development. Unicity, which was unveiled by the former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i back in 2016, and it noted that it was a key to giving the university revenue streams.
The place has been so busy, cooperative, so people are really complaining about congestion because of the place. But so far we are trying to manage the situation and we are cooperating well and we have not witnessed any incident. So we appreciate the services and the people who have prepared this mall to have people get items from various places.
If you've never shopped there, then this could be your chance to make it your new sport. All you need is right budget, good time, and patience to wait in the big queues, and you will leave the place not only with quantity, but also quality products that will sustain you for quite some time. As people struggle beyond and above to make ends meet due to the economical state of the country now, this new place in Nairobi that has Kamkunji, Eastleigh and Dubois all under one roof has made Kenyans really amused for its products at affordable prices. Gladys Masharia, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
All right, so if you haven't gotten a chance to go shop at the China Square, I believe we'll be opening anytime very soon when the government and those particular people that own that particular store actually get to an agreement in regards to how exactly do we handle this, because the government of Kenya says you come in, you sell your products at a cheaper price, and we have people here who are doing that particular business, and customers running from Dubois, Kamkunji, Gikomba, going to China Square. But some people do argue it is healthy competition, because the Chinese person that owns this particular store says, I went to supermarkets in the country, looked at some of the products that you're selling, and I know they're imported from China and they were very expensive. Then he wondered, why would you sell at that particular price? So he came to give people, the hustlers, quote unquote, something, an alternative method, which some people do argue it's, within their rights to actually do that. People need to be given different options so that they can actually get to choose from that. Well, it is a conversation that continues to make take center stage on the social media and, different newsrooms. And we're following up on that to know exactly what will be the final outcome, or what exactly there will be the consensus, what the Trade Ministry will say, and what these particular traders will arrive at later on. We'll take a short break here on the program. We'll be back in a few.
Hello, yes. Can I make a Valentine order? Tapo? Yes. 2 flowers, 2 dresses, and a sparkling red shoes. Tapo. Alafu payment ni single wewe. Tapo Valentine. What about?
Mwezi huu wa mapenzi, spread the love na Lotto Valentine's Double. Jishindie pesa taslim guaranteed kati ya shilingi 200,000 na shilingi 1,000,000 ndani ya daily draw, na mpenzi wako wa Valentine's atapata pesa kama hizo. Hii Valentine's prizes ni kibao. Kuna 10 fully paid couples holidays kila wiki kwenda Mombasa, Diani, Mount Kenya, Masai Mara na Naivasha. Sambaza upendo na Lotto na ujishindie hadi shilingi 100,000,000 ndani ya mega jackpot. Changamka, cheza Lotto. Tuma kati ya shilingi 50 na shilingi 1,000 kwa paybill number 77700, account name Luke. Changamka, cheza Lotto Valentine's Double.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Are you a junior secondary school, a college, a TVET institution or a university, and you want to advertise your intake? Book now and advertise with us today on both Lookuptv and all our digital platforms. Call us today on 011 0430 158, 011 0430 158, or email us on sales@lookuptv.co.ke.
All All right, thank you for staying with us here on the program. Moving on, Isiolo County government has started an initiative that will see pupils from underprivileged families who completed their KCPE exams transition to secondary school as required. Governor Ibrahim Guyo, through his executive officers, has assured his county residents that his government will greatly transform the education sector. The county education stakeholders have also called on the government to consider distributing more food to curb cases of pupils dropping out of school for lack of basic needs.
And it has been always said, education is the only game changer in life. Once you educate one person, then that person will be able to change the life of that family. As the young man has said, he has already said he wanted to be a doctor, and once he achieves his dream because of the opportunity that he has been given, then he will be able to change the life of the 10 others who are at home.
Capitation ya serikali imesaidia sana wazazi, kwa sababu hiyo ndio inafanya shule zina run, hiyo capitation money. Kama sio shule zingefungwa. Kwa hivyo saizi vile ambao ni ukame, kuna challenge kubwa sana. Hakuna shule yote principals wanalia, masupply wanadai deni, madeni mashule yanazaliwa mingi. Kwa hivyo tungeliomba viongozi wetu ama county yetu waweze kusaidia mashule ndio iweze kurun. Kwa sababu tukipata basari kiingia kwa shule zinasaidia sana.
Your boys becomes one of the rescue point for these children because it's the only boarding school around here. And I would wish that the also those who are funding these children to fund them from boarding and not the day school, because some of the problems that associated with children, they will go back home and get them on daily basis, which will interfere with their education. Otherwise, we are very happy that the readers are with us, and this journey we are going on.
Ni shida pia hata karo ya shule siku hata napata. Walimu tu kila siku wananiambia tu deni yako mfika fulani. Naambia tu italipwa. Huyu mama ndo analipia mtu. Ile kidogo anapata analipa jioni, ile anapata tunakula hiyo. Kama hakuna, walimu wananifukuza nyumbani, nakaa wiki 2 nyumbani bila kwenda shule.
Away from that, now as Kenya plans to join the world in marking Women International Day, women in the International Transport Workers Federation have called on women parliamentarians to support the agenda, which include women being actively involved in decision-making and safety at workplaces. The federation has strongly condemned the sexual harassment at places of work and insisted on gender-responsive stimulus, which will greatly help in bettering their service delivery.
The issues on gender and sexual harassment, we want to ensure that our workplaces, we ensure equality, like fair opportunities, equal opportunities for both women and men. Let us not be discriminated based on our gender. And also on new technology, we would like to advocate for fairness, so that we can all be included.
The 9 demands include ensuring that women are engaged in all decision-making bodies, and to make sure that if there is a decision or where stakeholders are sitting, we also have women included, because they are the people on the ground and they can bring out the issues that is required. We also have the demand on income and social protection. We want these women working in the transport industry to be given income that is sustainable. And if they also go on their leave, let's say maternity leave, they have that social protection that when they come back, they'll still come back to the position they were holding or the work that they were doing.
Chama sidhani kama unaweza kupewa pesa ili uache hiyo story isiendelee. Nafikiri itakuwa muhimu sana sisi kama vyama vya wafanyakazi tukiungana kupinga hiyo maneno na kusaidia mtu yoyote mwenye amedhulumiwa kumpeleka mbele ili sheria ichukue mkondo wake. Na tunaomba zaidi aswa wafanyakazi wengi mjiunge kwa hivi vyama, ndio inakuwa ni rahisi kwa hizi vyama kutetea nyinyi.
Right, let's get sporty tonight. China and Kenya are preparing to compete